Sweet distraction for an hour or two.
Why, hello there YouTube and welcome to another James Bond field video. I'm Random Ross, and in this video, we're going to talk about another Bond character. Now, we've gone through the Bond girls and the Bond villains, but I want to talk about now the regulars that we see in this franchise, other than James Bond. And this one, I want to talk about, well, Miss Moneypenny. Yes, Miss Moneypenny, sometimes going by the first name Jane or Eve, and she has been a part of this series since the beginning as well. Inspired by a real-life secretary that Ian Fleming would go to before seeing his superior officer in his spy missions during the war, Moneypenny is the secretary of MI6's head officer M. So Moneypenny over the years, she's been in all the, nearly all the Bond films, definitely through most of the Bond films, but not all of them. And she's, throughout the 60 years, has been played by 4 lovely female actresses. So, yes, Moneypenny. So, it all started from 1962, and she played, Moneypenny from the beginning, from Sean Connery's first film to Roger Moore's last film, and that is Lois Maxwell, who played Moneypenny from 1962 to 1985, and she was just brilliant in the roles. I liked how she was always, smiling and happy to see Bond, because we all know that she has a bit of a soft spot for him, and I loved her playing the role for all those years. Of course, in her final years, she started to look a bit old. I mean, that's what people tend to happen with people. But Lois Maxwell, she was good, and her final outing as Moneypenny was in 1985's A View to a Kill, when Roger Moore had also stepped down as Bond. But Lois Maxwell, she was a good Moneypenny, and I remember growing up watching her as Moneypenny when I was watching the Connery films with my dad on Saturday afternoons. I don't know if I said it already, but during my childhood, Saturday afternoons on ITV, they would always have like a Bond season every so often, and I would watch these on a Saturday afternoon with my dad, and I just remember being blown away by Sean Connery's Bond. But I also kept saying to my dad, "Who's that lady?" And he told me that's Miss Moneypenny. And I got on to see her as a key part of the series. And then in 1987 we got a new Bond, and of course we got a new Moneypenny. Of course, she only lasted for 2 films playing Moneypenny, and that was Caroline Bliss. And like Dalton, she only did 2 installments before the franchise went on a long 6-year hiatus. I can't comment much on her take on the character, as I feel we saw her the least. So sort of very undeveloped, but a very pretty lady. But then, of course, when I was growing up watching the Brosnan years, I remember Samantha Bond playing Moneypenny. I know, Samantha Bond. And I kind of think she was pretty good as Moneypenny. Kind of definitely suited the 90s tone and Brosnan's Bond. And she was a lot more flirtatious with him. And I feel she had more of a bigger part in it all, and that, especially with M being a woman and that. It's like women were running things. And Samantha Bond was good. Very fantasizing, and we definitely know she actually fancied Bond, because she had fantasies. She wore the hollow glasses in, Die Another Day. And she played Moneypenny throughout Brosnan's era for the 4 films he did, from 1995 to 2002. And then, for a while, she was absent for Casino Royale and Quantum of Solace. But then 10 years ago, 10 years now, during the 50th celebrations of the Bond franchise, we were introduced to another field agent named Eve. played by Naomi Harris, who I knew from 28 Days Later. She was playing Eve in Skyfall as a secondary character, was very flirty with Bond, had a bit of a soft spot, and then in the end she decided to take on a desk job. And I really loved the turn she made at the end of that film when she said when Bond was like, "We've never been properly introduced," and she said, "My name's Eve Moneypenny." And I was like, Moneypenny. And then I thought, and then I liked the end of Skyfall when everything fell into place, when it kind of went back to its old roots but modernised. And seeing Moneypenny back, I was like, I look forward to seeing her again. Like Bond said, he looked forward to their time together. I look forward to seeing her. And we've seen her in the last lot of Bond films, Spectre and No Time to Die. And her Moneypenny, she's not just done desk work, but she's also been there in the field a bit, gone in the field a bit with Q and M. They've had more involvement in Bond's missions. And yeah, I like her as Moneypenny, the first black actress to play Moneypenny, which makes you think, are we ready for a black Bond? I'm open to the idea. I really am. But these days, race doesn't really matter, does it? And could we get a male Moneypenny? I mean, it could work, I guess. I mean, it worked with a female M for a long time, but Moneypenny sounds very girly. But if they, I mean, it is a surname after all, but a code name. Of course, there is that whole theory that is James Bond a code name given to the agent who's given the number 007. I think we know that Moneypenny is a code name. We know that M and Q are code names. I think that Moneypenny is also a code name. But Craig's era was a whole reboot and story arc, but the others before that, the Connery to the Brosnan era, well, they weren't continuations, but they were like still. I don't think at that point you were meant to notice that they've changed, but they had changed. The only regular character at that point who hadn't changed was Q, played by Desmond Llewellyn. We'll get to Q. We will get to Q. But yeah, I also think Moneypenny could be a code name, because like I said, she's had two other first names, Jane and Eve, which we've heard from Lois Maxwell's Bond and Naomi Harris's Bond. Or is it Jane from Samantha Bond's Bond, Moneypenny? But anyway, the longest serving actress to play Moneypenny is of course Lois Maxwell, who played her for 23 years. And like I say, she was Moneypenny hasn't been in every single Bond film. She was definitely in all of Pierce Brosnan and Timothy Dalton's Bond films, but wasn't always in the Moore and Connery ones. But she left her mark on the franchise as the original Moneypenny. Of course, she did start to look a bit old in the end, but old women can work too. But I think at that point in 1985, like Roger Moore, Lois decided she'd had enough and they wanted to get a new, younger actress, I guess. Of course, the Dalton years weren't good to the franchise. I mean, I don't blame Timothy Dalton or anyone at all. I think Dalton was a good Bond. But, at that point, the franchise needed a fresh coat of paint, as they say. But Moneypenny. I liked Lois Maxwell and I liked Samantha Bond as well. They were great Moneypennies and probably the longest two Moneypennies. I mean, Samantha Bond is definitely the second longest Moneypenny to be in Bond films. I mean, Lois Maxwell, she did, what was she in? She was in Dr. No, From Russia with Love, Goldfinger, was she in Thunderball? Majesty's Secret Service. Like I say, she's done most of them, and but Samantha Bond did 4 films, and then the second running one was Caroline Bliss. Hang on, is it Caroline Bliss? Skyfall, Spectre. No, the third longest running is Naomi Harris, our current Bond actress. well, our current Moneypenny actress. And I hope she stays on for a couple more, does a few more, because I do like her Moneypenny. She's like more flexible and does more stuff. Then of course the least to play the least is Caroline Bliss, and I feel like I don't have much like thoughts on her. So how would I rank the Moneypennies? I'm gonna rank them from my best to worst. There's only 4 of them. So my number 4 Moneypenny is gonna be Caroline Bliss, because like I say, she has probably I know her the least. Then my number 3 is Naomi Harris, you know, currently playing Moneypenny. Then of course it is Samantha Bond, and then Lois Maxwell, because like I say, I like the chemistry she had with Connery and Moore's Bond, and yeah, this is probably the shortest video in my Bond 60th anniversary celebration so far of making this one. So yeah, what's your favourite, Moneypenny moment? What's your favourite Moneypenny actress? I've told you mine. Feel free to share yours down in the comments below. And if you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up and share with your friends. I've been Random Ross. This has been, James Bond, send him in Miss Moneypenny. So, yeah, we've got more of these to still come, Like I say, we're celebrating 60 years of the series. This is all going to conclude, of course, on the 60th anniversary date, which I believe is the 5th of October when Dr. No came out. So anyway, yeah, I have a horror channel if you're interested in horror content as well. All my social media links are down below. So yeah, I will see you next time, and until next time, I bid you all a goodbye, friends, goodbye.